Hello everyone. I am Hitesh Tripathi, and today I have Deepak Sharma with me, which is my college mate, my batch mate, and my very good friend also. So, as you already know why he is here, because he got an offer from Amazon Dublin. Okay, so he has an offer from Amazon India also, but obviously he is accepting offer from Amazon Dublin. Deepak, would you like to tell anything else about you to all the viewers?
No, I think thank you, Hitesh, for inviting me here, and hello, everyone. I think Hitesh told everything about me, so I think it's all good.
Okay, we have our first question to you. Uh, where did you apply for this? Where did you apply for Amazon Dublin?
Sure. So basically, I applied directly from the Amazon career page, and I got the offer from there only.
Okay, how much time do they take to respond back to you?
Sure.
I guess you have responded. You have applied around September
Yeah.
2021.
Yes, I applied around September beginning or August, and I don't remember exactly. I got the when I applied, I got the test link within a week or two, but I think the interview was scheduled quite later. I think the interview was scheduled almost a 3 or 3.5 months later after my test was completed.
Okay, they take like big companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they take around 2 to 3 months to get back to you
I think the
after
more
application.
time was because of the international thing, because it was an international offer, so they would have taken a more time.
Yes, they will give you test link right after you will apply, but
Right.
for an interview they will get back to you after some time.
After some.
Okay. Uh, Next question is like common question. How do you feel after getting selected in Amazon Dublin?
Uh, well, I feel quite happy after receiving the offer because I think it is kind of a great achievement for me. Yeah. So you feel awesome.
लाइक कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशंस वंस अगेन बहुत बार बोल चुके हैं हम सारे ही हमारे बैच के वंस अगेन
Thank you.
फॉर
Thank
गेटिंग
you.
सिलेक्टेड and next question is like quite common question people have to all of competitive programming teachers and influencers, like how much competitive programming you have done for
Sure.
to reach this place.
Sure. So basically, I started my competitive programming journey from second year. In that, I joined the programming club in our college, in which I think you are also a part of it. So there, I think our journey began, and from there, we started solving a lot of questions. I think I've solved more than 1,000 or more than 1,200 questions across all the platforms. I think the competitive programming, helped me quite a lot in building the problem solving skills, which has kind of helped me to achieve this goal.
Okay, competitive programming is like important, right? Because when you do competitive programming, you enhance your problem solving skills, and this is
No,
what all these big companies need, like your problem
no,
solving
of course,
skills.
yes, competitive programming is important, but it's not the only way. Of course, there are different other ways too.
Yes, uh, next question is any extraordinary thing you did to get selected in Amazon or Amazon Dublin?
I don't think so. I did anything extraordinary. I think we all have done all the same things. We all were guided by the same seniors. We all practiced together. So I think everything was same. I think it's just you can say a little bit of luck factor, which supported me there at least.
Okay, so let's just not talk about luck here. Okay, like you mentioned, we all did same thing. We all started competitive programming together because
Right.
our seniors suggested that to do so. And we have a group of 10 to 12, 15 people. Like they
Yes.
were doing competitive seriously and continuously. So
Right.
some of them are at very good place and some of them are still struggling. uh, Apart from this,
Everyone will be there at the final moment, right?
okay, thank you for this, saying this. Apart from this, next question is how much DSA and other core subjects plays a part in your jobs or in getting placed in these big companies? How one should prepare them? Like,
Right.
if you are a
So,
beginner, how you should prepare core subjects for your interviews?
sure. So I think the DSA is the most important thing. I think if any companies which you apply for, whether it's a service based, whether it's a product based, DSA will be asked. It's the most important thing I would say for the interview part. And as of course, the coding round is also the in coding round also the DSA part is being asked. So DSA is the most important thing, and after that the core subjects comes. In core subjects also OS, DBMS, and computer networks. These three are the most important subjects which will help you to clear anything, any interviews. Because and also of course it's also varies from the company to the company which you are targeting. So so if for a company there may be a subject like OS is very important to them. Like a startup which I interviewed was like Sahas was a startup which I interviewed for, and their DBMS and OS was quite important in my interview. But in Cisco, in which I interviewed, that computer networks part was very important. But all over which you and in Amazon, it focuses mainly on your problem solving and DSA part. So you can see it varies from company to company, but of course DSA part is common to all of them.
Like I mentioned the same thing to whoever I told something.
Right.
Like DSA plays a very important role. In your fourth year, I guess you have to do DSA only. Like
Yeah.
competitive programming is the thing which we do
Yeah.
from our first year or
It
second
it
year,
it
and
takes a
we
lot of time.
practice more and more, more and more. We solve more and more problems. But during your interviews, like from seventh
Yes.
semester, you should start doing DSA only.
I think after your third year, the summer vacation gap is there. I think from there you should start preparing for the interview. It helps because I think in starting of August, the company starts to come in your college too.
Okay, so this was about DSA and core subjects. Like you should start preparing DSA and core subjects from after your third year, and do more and more problems from DSA, from lead code, from CF, from anywhere, whichever platform you know. Okay, and next question for you is like anything which you want to tell viewers specifically to prepare for these product based companies, like solving sheets, some sheets, or doing problems from some specific platform like lead code or interview bit.
Right. Yeah, sure. So I think these sheets which are going on is of course those sheets help quite a lot during your interview time, because those sheets cover all the important topics which are there, which are mainly asked in the interview, right? And it also gives you a kind of a confidence that you have completed these many questions in such a short period of time. So these are there, but I would say mainly focus is as we use them during our interview only. Right. So I think those help in your interviews, but for someone who is just starting, I would not say to directly jump onto these sheet, because firstly, just build your basics, build your fundamentals, and do some questions on yourself, and search a little bit, and then you can shift to these sheets. Of course, and for the OS and for the core part, if you would suggest that, of course, the Gate Smasher one, which has saved us from our college exams also. I think that's the ultimate videos which you can watch. And for the if you want to you kind of revise, of course, you can make notes and you can revise it. But I would suggest this resource that in interview bit there are 50 most important interview questions of OS, DBMS, and all those things. I think you can go through them before your interviews. It won't take much time, and it will kind of give you boost your confidence too, right?
Okay, so I always mention same thing, like always do sheets. Sheets are very important, and बहुत ज़्यादा topic specific भी हैं. That thing
Hmm.
also helps in interviews also. Okay, और core subjects की भी sheets हैं, so you can do that also. But obviously, if you are directly going to do sheets, it will not help you in interviews in big companies. Why? Because
Right.
sometimes interviewer will do the follow up with the question. Okay, you will tell the main exact answer of the main standard question which you have already read in the sheet, but when you will go for follow up you will get distracted from the point. Okay, so like we have also given interviews, Deepak has also given some interviews, and if you are practicing from your college days from second year or third year, you will the follow up will be easier for you. Like in Amazon interview also, the
Right.
follow up was easier for me because I have started competitive programming in my second year and third year only. But what if I have only started with those sheets only? I would have not known anything about that question, and simply मैं fail हो जाता follow up देने में. So
Right.
how much this competitive programming plus DSA is important? Like, tell something
Sure.
about it.
Sure. So basically, the questions which I was asked in my interviews, not just Amazon, in other in companies also, the questions were some questions were directly from the sheets, but most of the questions were not from the sheets. So basically, there was a kind of a very fair and all those things. So firstly, you have to understand and deduce from this that what concept is being used. Of course, after kind of if you deduce and break it into the smaller points, the question converts into the same questions which are there in the sheet, or same concepts which are being explained in the sheet, but then you can finally apply it. But of course, and also as in my Amazon Dublin interview, in my interview too, the question which was given to me, I solved it quite early, but there was a lot of follow up to it. If you have just only done if you have not developed the problem solving skill, you have just done those questions and grasp those questions only, you won't be able to do that. So there was quite a follow up, and I think the most of the time in that question was the follow up part only. So follow up plays a quite an important role in that.
Okay, so one more question is like, how much managerial and leadership skills plays role in your interviews? Like,
Sure.
कितना हद तक इंटरव्यूअर्स ने तुमसे मैनेजरियल स्किल्स पूछी?
Sure. So, for I think for Amazon, it is quite very important because Amazon focuses heavily on its leadership principles. Those 14 leadership principles which Amazon's is there, it judges you heavily on that. As for both for the interview for India and Dublin part, there was questions on that leadership part also. And in my interview, I was also asked the leadership principle, leadership questions too. So those were very important for them.
Yeah, like same from me. Like in my Amazon interview also, though I did not got selected in that, like I answered the questions very early, but after that, like for half an hour, he interviewer used to ask me managerial questions only, like different situations, how you would deal those situations. So just prepare your managerial and communication skills also. Okay, that will
Yes,
also play
I
a
think
major role
most of the
in your
students
job
which were
interviews.
rejected were because of those leadership principles only.
Okay. So, next question for you is like, what are your future plans? Like, you have already setted your goal in a very high bar. Okay. तुम Amazon Dublin में already पहुंच चुके हो, तो what are your future plans? Okay. Like, obviously, firstly, all of us, we have to achieve you first. Okay. After that, we will see above that. But तुम क्या सोच रहे हो अपना future? Like, what next?
I think I've not, kind of thought much about it, but I think the main objective, I mean, the main goal is just, kind of as you are just shifting to a different country. So basically, just give your best in the role which I have been given there. So firstly, I'm focusing on that only, but of course, I've not thought of after that.
Okay, so basically, you are not thinking about any future plan, and
Right.
firstly, you will be going to do your role, whichever you have been given by the company, very finely. Okay, so this was it. Next question, like this was a very trending question, and I have also made some few videos about this question also. How much web development do you know? Like, I mean, how much web development played role in your job interviews and in your
Right.
placements?
Sure. So it plays a quite a crucial role, I would say, because as in my Amazon India interview too, the round got quite finished early. So basically, we had a lot of time. So the interview started to ask my questions me regarding my projects, right? What other fields I've done, what internship I have done. Similarly, for the Amazon Dublin part also, I was asked about my past experience, my the problems I faced in the project, how I resolved them. So the project part was quite very important, not just for the Amazon part, and for other companies also. The questions were being asked in Infosys also. I was asked some questions related to my projects too. So I would say that almost all the companies ask you these questions related to your project. So you should know what you have done in your projects, and all the technologies which you have used, you should be well versed with them, I would say.
Okay, same from me. Like project discussion plays an important role in your
Right.
interviews. it will give you more time to interact with your interviewer also. Like obviously web development plays important role in a startup's hiring. Like
Right.
when there is some specific criteria, like they want someone from React or from Angular, so obviously it will play an important role. But I guess in big product based companies, development doesn't play this much major role. But they want to know like how you participated in some project, how you worked with your team, and what are the techs you have already worked in. They just want to know this much only in your projects.
Yeah, I would say the product-based companies are mainly looking for the problem solvers.
Yeah,
Of course, it can be from the projects also, from the DSA part also. You should be able to solve a problem. That's what they are mainly looking for.
yeah. Okay. So, this was about web development, competitive programming, and DSA, and everything like we can discuss. Now, some more general questions like from the viewers. Does your rating in different platforms plays some role in this? Like, how much rating is important?
Sure. So I would say the rating plays an important role by getting the referrals or by getting your resume selected. After that, when your resume gets selected, you are sitting in an interview. From there, the rating plays no role from there, because you have to solve the question which was given there. If you're not able to solve that, you may be grandmaster, you may be anything on so, but if you're not able to solve that question, that rating doesn't matter. So the rating is there just to shortlist your resume or get the referral from other people, and of course to polish your skills also, of course, to
Okay.
solve your
So,
increase your problem
same from
solving
me.
skills.
Like ratings will help you in getting your resume shortlisted. And sometimes some specific companies have criteria also, like only candidate master in CF can apply, only 5 star in code chef can apply. So in and those are very few cases also. So rating
And
plays
these
this
are
much
mainly
role in
for the
your
referral part. The people's ask
for
for
the
the
referral
candidate
part,
marketing.
for the
Right.
referral part only. But after you get selected for an interview, this doesn't matter whether you are a pupil, whether you are a specialist or expert or candidate master. It doesn't plays any role after you get selected in an interview. So
Right.
and these days, like people are much focusing on ratings, increasing their ratings only, and not on their learning part. So what do you want to say anything about that? Like,
Sure. So basically, I would say that of course rating is important, but for the just don't go for the rating, because if you have a quite a good rating and you don't know how to solve a problem, it won't matter when you will be given a coding round. Online assessment will be given to you, or you're sitting in an interview. You are just wasting a seat of someone who is more eligible. So of course the rating is important, but just only for the referral part. It's not like that you have to get only the rating. Of course, you can show some good projects or some something which you have achieved. It's not like that you have to show that you are a candidate master only, because you have to just show. And also of course, that it's not like if you don't have rating, but of course if you are consistent, you have done put your hard work, and it's visible that people can see that you have done quite a hard work in your year. You have not just wasted your time. Of course they will refer you without any doubt if you don't have a good rating too.
okay, yeah. So basically, what do you want to say? What both of us want to say is that interviewers knows like if
Right.
your graph is consistent in platform, like if you are consistently solving questions, problems of good level, interviewer sees all this and he knows like how to ask questions from you, and he knows everything. So just don't go for rating only. Start doing problems of good level also. It will also help in interviews. So,
Right.
second thing, next thing I want to ask from you is, did college plays any role in your played any role in your placement? Like,
Yes, sure.
obviously, I know on campus placements, but apart from this, like college, like tier of college, like tier one, tier three colleges. So, tier of college played any role in your placements?
uh, Surely, you can say not. Of course, it plays a role for shortlisting your resume, because, of course, there are some companies, not many, but yeah, some companies are there which restrict these only colleges will be eligible to apply for this role. Because so there you kind of feels like that why our college is not allowed to participate in that. There it plays a role, of course, and for I think other than that, it's kind of yes. I think it's for the. It doesn't matter much, but of course, you just have to put on more work. You have to apply a lot of times more, and you have to search for opportunities, look here and there. That's more hard work. But yeah, but if you have done your work, the college will not matter at the last. Of
Yes.
course, there may be some time. It may take some time because as we have seen our seniors too, that they plays in a small company, but from after getting experience, they place into other good product based company. So of course, it can take some time, but at the end, it won't matter.
Yeah, same like it will take some time to, it
Right.
can take some time to get placed in very big companies, but it doesn't plays that much role which beginners or first years think that my college is not that good, I won't get selected in big companies. So our college is a tier 3 college, but we have people in Google, in Amazon Dublin, in
Right.
Amazon, in Microsoft. So our seniors and now my batchmates also got placed in these big companies, so nothing like that. And so college plays only this much role. Okay. And next and most interesting question is, like how much uh, role your friends played in your, in inspiring you, in motivating you, and do your company affect your future goals? Company
Yeah.
means like your friend circle and all.
Yeah, surely it affects your, it affects your future. It affects your because the people which you live with, that's how your thought process begins to after start after some time, right? So of course it plays a quite an important role, and also as you know that the competitive programming journey, from the as we started from the second year, so it was a long journey, and if you have just only done yourself, it would be not that quite interesting if I would say, and because you also need a competition to push yourself because as we all our friends we all were doing it, so it was kind of a motivation that we have to get this, we have to achieve this, we have to achieve this. So it plays an important role, or not only for the competition part, of course for the health part too, as we we can stuck in a important in a topic which we are not able to understand but someone has understood, or we can group together, we teach each other also. So friends plays a quite an important role, right? And of course, in the job hunting part, it's not possible for a single person to just look here. There. Of course, if there is a group of friends, we can all share our job openings which we come across.
Okay, so like he said, friends do play a very important role in job hunting also, and
Right.
in competition part
From
also.
starting to the end, they all plays it.
From a starting of your college to end of your college until you get placed in any company, friends do play a very important role, and your seniors also. Okay,
Right. Seniors, of course.
so all credit goes to friends and seniors.
Seniors.
And one main thing is, I think main problem in tier 3 colleges, not in our, because in our college many people were doing competitive programming and DSA, but there are less number of people doing competitive and DSA, and that's why people do face problems in competitiveness, like they do not have any competition in their college itself, and that's why there are some lack in their growth. I think this is the
Right.
main problem in tier 3. In IITs and NITs,
Right.
everyone is doing hard work, everyone is doing same thing. That's why they grow more than us, I guess.
Yes, I think the main difference between a tier one and tier three is, of course, basically the networking which you get and the environment which you are in, right?
Yeah. So this was about our friend circle and college. And in the like few more questions to you in the end. Would you like to tell your CTC to the viewers?
I don't know if I can disclose it or not, but yes, as you mentioned, it is somewhere there only.
So I have already mentioned in thumbnail, like it is somewhat like 1 crore plus in Indian currency. Okay, obviously
Right.
he will not be getting that 1 crore in Indian currency. He will get it in euros.
Euros.
Okay, so it is like something 1 crore plus. Any advices like how should one should prepare for their placements, for interviews, and in their college days, in their second year and third year?
Yeah. So I would say that, of course, many people are there on YouTube which are guiding it. Of course, most of the content is almost freely available on YouTube. You just have to put your hard work. You just have to search for it. It's all available on the YouTube, and I think the best quality of content is available on YouTube. And other than this, for the just keep on putting your work. Don't think that he is getting selected, he is getting selected. You will just get distracted only, and just put on, just keep on applying, just keep on applying. Because I think I have also cracked quite a lot of job, because when I was also hunting from, I think when our college started, I was receiving the rejection mail in sitting, while sitting for the lunch I was receiving the rejection mail. So there was quite a lot of rejections from different companies. But at the end you will achieve it. Just keep on working hard, and of course maintain your LinkedIn. you know uh, Connect with people, expand your network. So I would say LinkedIn played a quite an important role in job hunting and searching for the jobs. So start developing your LinkedIn as soon as possible.
So same from me, like maintain your LinkedIn profile. Start using LinkedIn instead of Instagram and Facebook. Okay, and
Right.
LinkedIn do have memes in it. Okay,
Right. Yeah.
LinkedIn do have memes in it. So this was about LinkedIn, and for preparation, everything is on YouTube for free, available on
Right.
YouTube. Content from advices to everything there is there in YouTube. Just go get yourself watch videos from YouTube. There are many very good influencers for your jobs and placements. Just go and watch them and start preparing instead of wasting your time. Yes, do have fun. Obviously have
Of course,
fun,
it's fun.
but like हम दोनों ने भी बहुत मजे किए हैं. सब सब हर कोई करता है. So do have fun, but start preparing from your second year or third year only. Okay, do
Yeah.
not wait for your
Of
placements.
course, yes, there can be gaps. You have to have fun. There can be some gaps, but just don't break your consistency. Be consistent, of course.
Yeah, be consistent. Okay, so Deepak, thank you very much for joining us. Like,
Thank you.
obviously ये तो formality वाली चीज हो गई. Thank you very much for joining us, and stay in touch. इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट फॉर यू, आई नो, कि तुम अमेजोन डबलिन में सबसे बड़ा तुम्हारे पास रीजन तो होगा कि हम लोगों का टाइम शेड्यूल मैच नहीं कर रहा, टाइम जोन मैच नहीं करेगा. तो
नहीं
बट
नहीं,
स्टिल
ऐसे थोड़ी.
try to stay in touch with us. Hopefully we'll be having more interviews with you, and
Sure, sure.
congratulations once again for getting selected in such a big company, and in abroad also. Okay, Amazon Dublin, and getting CTC of 1 crore plus. So thank you very much and congratulations once again. And
Thank you.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.